You're looking at someone's eyes, you suddenly realize.
Now, so you're coupling the psychologist, the knowledge, with the intuitive and with the astrology.
Right.
So you're marrying three disciplines there.
Yes, but the thing is, I have to say this with all due respect. Don't you love those words? That's a politically correct expression you hear everywhere. But in all due respect to people that do pure astrology, I think astrology in of itself is boring. I think if somebody cannot find me, cannot help me where I am when you come to me, then I don't know that I'd show up.
But don't you think astrology, like any other discipline like that, is like a focal point? It brings out their intuitiveness.
Yeah, it does. But you know, there are a lot of people who, like a lot of doctors, you know, they can only quote what they learned in medical school and they can't really learn from the patient. But the client teaches me a lot more than any astrology ever taught me. But you're right, the science of it I learned and learned pretty well. But then I had to then go into the other parts of myself, my own intuition. I will tell you that I will take intuition over any other thing that you can ever find anywhere. We're living in what some people think are treacherous times. That's why I get so many phone calls. I said, boy, I love this part of the play that I wrote. Because we're all in what looks like an economic crisis. If it's not oil, it's subprime. Are we still living in our house, or are we in the trailer? You know, and what I say, yippity-doo-dah. You know what? I'm learning how to add. You know, I know you have Virgo rising. And it's all opposing me, you know, and so I had to learn how to add.
Yeah.
And Scott said, you know what? At your age, you should learn how to get 2 and 2 and pay the bank on time instead of the office doing it for you. And the thing is, I'm learning to do with less by having more of me in the mix. You know, I have a woman, a lot of women, who came to me recently, and she said, my mama, she was a clone between Mata Hari and Lucretia Borgia. And I said, oh, really? I'm so glad you're exposing yourself. She said, I'm talking about my mama. And I said, honey, anything that your mama's got, you stole it. And so, you know, she had those same qualities and characteristics. So I just thought it was fun. Because, you know, when we were kids, you know, Snow White, the witch looks, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of do that with people. I say, mirror, mirror, here's what you got, because I make you talk about your parents.
That's why sometimes we will meet someone that we say we maybe dislike. Sometimes we see ourselves in that
We see
person.
ourselves. Yeah.
The third one you want to talk about?
Forgive me not. Forget me not. You know, people always say forgive and forget. I say forgive me and forget me not, because I want you to remember the process of getting to forgiveness. And I tell you, in the 45 years of my career, forgiveness is the hardest thing that people do, and it brings the greatest joy into their lives. And so I say, make them forget me nots.